Welcome to the Retirement Architect with David Reyes. Our program is designed to not only provide insight, but to educate and give you the tools you need to design and build a rock-solid retirement.
And welcome into the program. We are here with the retirement architect himself, David Reyes of Reyes Financial Architecture. And we are talking about financial and retirement planning. If you would like to visit online, you can visit reyesplan.com or give the office a call at 858-597-1966. David, always a pleasure to get the opportunity to speak with you.
Yeah, you too. How are you doing today?
Doing well, doing well. Now, David, you don't just offer planning services. In fact, you offer a relationship for ongoing education and better understanding about our money. I think that one of the big things that savers and investors and proactive planners really want to know as they enter into that kind of relationship is who are they talking to and what does this advisor specifically do for us? So would like to kind of open our program and talk a little bit about you and your experience and your beliefs and perspectives of the financial world. So are there any things that you feel separate or differentiate the way that you plan and the services that are offered there at Reyes Financial Architecture?
You know, I believe so. I mean, I've done this as I think is my 27th year. I'm getting older, so I don't know. I forget, but I don't like to count. But we kind of do that in our head anyway. But yeah, I think the biggest thing, sure, there's a lot of advice I've experienced, but we focused on one thing for the entire time. This done this half of my life is retirement income planning. And believe it or not, that's a very niche. It's almost like being a brain surgeon. You have a general practitioner, which is most advisory firms and most of the big banks and wirehouses. And so that served us well for over 2 decades, just focusing on, successful savers, business owners that have done a great job of, I call, saving their pennies. Most people are not great investors. They've been great savers. And so we tend to do very well with those types of clients, quote the baby boomers, people in their late 50s, mid 60s. I would say our average age of our clients in their mid 60s. So they're either retired or about to retire. So I think, to answer your question directly, specializing in that area specifically really gives us an opportunity to, I think, serve our clients at a much higher level than they're accustomed to, no question.
27 years of experience. Are there any things that you still aspire to at this point in your career?
I just always, there's a principle, constant and never-ending improvement. I think I stole that from Tony Robbins one day, and I think about that every day. So I don't think there's anything specific. I'm always looking for ways to improve the services for my clients. I mean, we started in the annuity business 1995. Now we use everything from stocks, bonds, real estate, annuities still. We have an estate plan attorney in-house. We work with a pretty prolific CPA firm in our building we've had for many years. Although my partner's a CPA, we don't do taxes here personally, but we're always trying to give more back to our clients. I think that's what I'm always searching for, and truly just trying to say, here's as much value that I can offer. So that's what I'm probably aspiring to do the most is how do I continue to do more for my clients?
You mentioned income planning, and I know that you formulate the middle class millionaire retirement strategy. What specific services, in addition to, or maybe combination with income planning, do you offer there at Reyes Financial Architecture?
Yeah. So, we do everything from high level, we can have, business owners that are worth tens of millions of dollars that will do sophisticated tax, asset protection. So the services, there's a term in our industry called family office, and really what that kind of means is a one-stop shop of tax, estate planning. So really what we offer to what I would consider more of they're considered high net worth clients, but really middle America that save their pennies is really more of a higher level experience and higher level services to the more of that affluent client that may not be worth $10 million, of investable assets, but they may have $1 million, $2 million. So we are able to to do, help them with tax preparation, doing estate tax planning, doing living trusts, doing all of the things that we want to deal with beneficiaries. We're really big on including the children in the planning as much as possible to educate them not only on their own investments and own strategies, but also on their parents. This generation of baby boomers is much more open-minded about sharing their plans for their wealth and the transition of their wealth. So I highly encourage that. So it's a much deeper, experience that our clients receive. I mean, quite frankly, just somebody getting a real retirement income plan, and believe it or not, that's kind of a big deal. And that's just baseline for us. Kind of, everybody gets that from a written retirement income plan.
Well, a little bit of a curveball question here, but are there any biases that you hold that you believe the traditional financial approach, the status quo financial industry may have wrong in the planning process for savers and investors?
Yes, bonds. I think bonds have been misallocated and misused for a decade. That's a big, big factor. I mean, the average, yield on a bond for the last 10 years has been probably 2%. Right? The average retiree, again, doing this for a long time, needs about a 5% distribution rate. So if you want to run out of money real quick, have a balanced portfolio of stocks and bonds. I call it the boomer portfolio, right? Because the average baby boomer in a 401k plan is going to have half stock, half bonds. If they want to take money out of that particular portfolio, they're probably going to run out of money at some point in time, let alone inflation that we have right now. So I will tell you, I've been critical of traditional stock and bond portfolios for a long, long time. This year, unfortunately for clients, not for my clients, but for the average client, it really hurt. You had stock and bond prices down together. Long-term treasury bonds have been down to 25% this year. The S&P 500 has been down 25% this year, nearly. So that's pretty painful. And so where we look at is wanting to be, again, I came from the annuity business, which is principal protection, right? Is that we are agnostic to the investments. I don't care if it's a stock, it's a bond, it's real estate, it's annuity. We look at the client first. We have a saying in our firm is we want the most amount of income, we want the least amount of risk, and never run out of money. In order to do that precisely, you have to use every asset class, in my opinion. And most clients are just not properly diversified, and it's going to hurt. It's going to have they're going to have higher risk portfolios. And really, what I care more about is about having the highest quality of life in retirement. So we kind of take the gloves off with investment planning, but the reality is our money now has a job. Our job is to replace income. That's a different job than accumulation. So I know I'm giving you kind of a couple of different answers. The reality is bonds are kind of an overused asset class. And if you're doing proper income planning, that's just not going to be an asset class you're going to lean on the most to have a successful retirement.
Well, if someone would like to see alternative options and planning strategies and structures that are available, your doors are always open there at Reyes Financial Architecture for new savers, investors, and proactive planners. And of course, referrals from existing clients, your favorite people.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, we have our firm minimums are 500,000. Quite frankly, they're probably going to be going up next year to $1 million. And the reason being, we're a boutique firm. We're not trying to be, compare, against Merrill Lynch or the big Wall Street firms. And so because of the services we offer, we can't help everybody. We make exceptions to that. Family members are always welcome. So we don't hold that true. If we have a daughter or son or uncle or cousin, we look at a family unit because I encourage, the financial awareness and education and believing that we're doing something to really help those family members. I'll never shut the door to families in total, but we do have firm minimums for the reasons I mentioned. But other than that, no, we want to help people that are serious about protecting their capital, creating lifetime income plans, and hopefully reducing some taxes too along the way.
He is the retirement architect, David Reyes, founder at Reyes Financial Architecture. Can be found online at reyesplan.com. That's REYES plan.com. You can also give a call, 858-597-1966. That's 858-597-1966 to reach David Reyes at Reyes Financial Architecture. David, thank you for the opportunity to get to know a little bit more about you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you for spending your time with us again this week. Get the most out of your retirement plan. Call 866-REYES-PLAN. That's 866-REYES-PLAN. 866-739-3775. or visit reyesplan.com.
No information presented today should be acted upon without meeting with a qualified and licensed professional. Reyes Financial Architecture, Inc., RFA, is an SEC-registered investment advisory firm. Such registration does not imply a certain level of skill or training. For a copy of RFA's current form ADV-2A brochure that includes a description of services provided, fees charged, and other important information, call 858-597-1966 or go to adviserinfo.sec.gov. RFA also is a licensed insurance agency with the state of California. License number 0G66604. This show is provided for informational purposes only. Opinions expressed in the show reflect RFA views as of the date of the recording and are subject to change. Nothing should be construed as a comprehensive statement of the matters discussed, considered investment, financial, legal, or tax advice, or a recommendation to buy or sell any type of security, and no investment decision should be made based solely on any information provided. Any forward-looking statements or forecasts discussed are based on assumptions, and actual results can vary from any such statements. Some of the information provided has been obtained by third parties and believed to be reliable, but not guaranteed. Past performance is not an indication of future returns. With respect to any discussion about RFA investment strategies, there's no guarantee that they will be profitable or perform as described during the show. RFA or one or more of its employees may have a position in the securities discussed and may purchase or sell such securities from time to time. All investments in securities carry risk, including the risk of losing principal amount invested. Different types of investments involve varying degrees of risk. There can be no assurance that any specific investment or investment product will be profitable or suitable for a particular investor's financial situation or risk tolerance. Asset allocation and portfolio diversification cannot ensure or guarantee better performance and cannot eliminate the risk of investment losses. Annuity guarantees are based solely on the financial strength and claims-paying ability of the issuing insurance company. Withdrawals of growth from annuities may be taxable as ordinary income in the year it is taken. Surrender charges apply to base contracts. Optional life income benefit riders are used to calculate lifetime income payments only and are not available for cash surrender or in a death benefit. Fees may apply. Individuals should review contracts for specific details of the product's features and costs. Early withdrawals may subject the owner to penalties, fees, or taxes. Rates and returns mentioned on this program are subject to change without notice.